Hey guys, welcome back to the Minecraft Ben 10 Alien Evolution Survival series. That was a really long title. I didn't mean for it to be that long, but that's just what I ended up saying. Either way, last time on the Alien Evolution series, we were working on quite a bit since, well, it was generally a pretty long episode. We were working on trying to find wolves. We were getting a bunch of pets, like so many different pets. I don't even know why I got so many animals, but now I own so many animals, so thank God. Other than that, just doing a bunch of random training things. And in between episodes, well, I've got a lot to show you guys. Also, I'm Diamond Head right now just because I really love this model. This model is actually, like, super incredible, so props to the modelers once again. Either way, in between episodes, like I said, I have a lot to show you what I worked on. So, let me go ahead and show you where I even am. Welcome back to Skypiea. Not much has changed here. Not much at all, I would say. So we've got a lot of different things going on here. So as you can see, I started actually building the parts that make this into like a full Sky Island thing. So I guess I should go ahead and give you guys a tour of everything. Also, at some point, I'm going to like de-transform out of Diamond Head. In fact, I've almost got enough experience to like actually like level up. So real quickly, I'm gonna go out there and stab a couple more zombies. I didn't even notice, but I was really close to getting up to level 4 with them. There we go. Gives me more things to do. There's an Enderman with a backpack. That might be something worth looking into. Ooh, Ender Pearls. Sorry, I just got really fucking, distracted? I get distracted very, very, very easy. Ooh, I even got the backpack and random-ass boots that I'm never going to use. But thank you for the random-ass boots. Either way, I don't need to be here. Can I kill you? Nah. Those things always turn invulnerable when they turn invisible. Anyway, back to Skypiea. First off, like I said, in between episodes, alien-wise, I didn't do a ton of work. I was kind of using aliens in a much more utilitarian aspect, and I'll tell you guys how I started using it, but like, ghost work for flying, of course. And then I was using Accelerate a lot just to move things around. Because as you can see, nothing that was on the main island is on the main island anymore. Just the waypoint and my bed. And I guess that random looter trophy I got from opening a bunch of chests. I moved pretty much everything around. So if you remember correctly, the islands go as this. This is where all my farms are going to be. This, I still left the labeling of. I took up all the other labeling because, well, now I can remember what each side is meant for. This is supposed to be where my house is. Also, I have an update about at least the name for my house. This is supposed to be where housing is. So, it's got all my pets and my waifu, I guess, all just sitting there in the corner because I needed a safe place to kind of like corral them so they wouldn't jump off to their deaths. Then, I have all my technology plus villagers plus storage all stored over there for future usage. And now we just have like the little original mini part of the island. It's looking almost like Skypiea when we first ran across it, but it's not quite the exact same. We've left our mark on this land already after 4 episodes, and I guess now it's episode 5, so we've definitely left quite a bit of an impact here on little Skypiea. But yeah, I was grinding up random aliens while just fucking about, so I got a couple of points in in Diamond Head. And you can check in the top right how, like, what my level is and how many extra skill points I have. So, I guess I should go ahead and pick some more shit. Oh shit, I'm about to de-transform. Can't really pick anything when you're in human form, so I guess we'll work on that later. I don't need that, but what's in the backpack? Ooh. I finally have my first piece of diamond armor. That's cool. I have Unbreaking 3, Protection 3, Diamond Pants. Don't I look nice? Don't I look very, very, very nice. Anyway, while off screen, like I said, training aliens, building up, but I also went mining. And, well, I got a big haul. As you can see, I got 23 fucking diamonds. Maybe wondering, how the hell did you get 23 diamonds? You usually don't encounter any kind of diamonds. Well, I got myself a Fortune 3 mending pick, so I was able to get a lot more diamonds. I don't know what's up with Fortune in this version of Minecraft, but it gave me way more diamonds than I ever thought I did. And the very nice thing about being partially alien is that, well, I still have access to Ghost Freak. Therefore, I can clip through the ground and go straight to diamond level. So diamond mining was actually, like, super easy. And I got a bunch more shit. Like, I got more titanium. I got more vibranium. I found, like, a vibranium deposit underground. Found some shit from like everything. Like I found lapis, I found gold, I found iron, I found silver, I found tin, found osmium, nickel, lithium, lead, more lead, vibranium, uranium, fucking anium, and all this kind of shit. So just want to show off that I did go mining for quite a bit of crud. Is that? No, it's blackstone. I thought that was obsidian for a second. I was like, shit, I have obsidian? But I don't. Anyway, did a bunch of mining, but either way, this is supposed to be where all the housing is. So it only looks like I've set up housing for 4 areas. That's kind of the plan for now. I don't know who's going to be living in what area, but I do plan to make like these very tall. It's not just going to be like this, like a little plot. What I want to do is for each of these little areas, I want to build like a house. It's going to be like a much smaller house, but again, I don't have to live in the house. I want to just build like little houses within these little plots. They're like, you ever see on like a Minecraft server where they have like a creative mode world and they have plots for people? Well, that's kind of the same idea here. It's just going to be much smaller. So that's good and working. But another thing, I asked for names for a bunch of stuff. And well, I haven't gotten many names right now. I did get at least 1 and 2. Also, my shit's back. One suggestion from somebody over on YouTube from the comments, and as always, thank you guys for commenting and giving me names for stuff. I love it when you guys send it to me, and, you know, keep them coming because we're going to need more. Either way, they asked that my house be named the Rust Bucket, and I understand because that's a Ben 10 reference. Problem is, I don't got a house. But when I get a house, definitely, I gotta make sure I look up whose comment I got for that. Let's see, blah, 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 blah. Let's see, it's in Arabic, so I can't say your name, but you know who you are. It has a 2 and a 5 in the name, but thank you for sending a name for the house. Definitely, once the house is actually built, I'll be able to, you know, call it that. But for now, the house is in a very, very bad way because there's a creeper right there, and it's not built at all. But, you know, that is for me to work on later. Anyway, the other name that I got was, let me make sure I get their name up on here as well. Let me go ahead and make sure. From USB-C cable 33, they asked that at least one of the pet dogs be named Charlotte from the hit game Witch's Heart. Now, I don't know the game Witch's Heart, but, you know, I guess it's hit. That's all I can say. So, at least one of my dogs, like my wolves, my borzoi, my border collie, my Shiba, one of these dogs needs to be named Charlotte from the hit game Witch's Heart. Not just the name, because they put it in parentheses. Like, they put it in parentheses. So this is the full name, Charlotte from hit game Witch's Heart. So, I don't know they didn't say which dog. So, I'll take the liberty to figuring out who needs to be named what. So, first off, I need to actually, we'll make sure to name one of these Charlotte from hit game Witch's Heart, which we'll just call him Charlotte for now. I don't know which one is. That's probably going to be one of the wolves. So one of the wolves will be named Charlotte, but we'll come back to name them in a second because we have other things to look at. So let me go ahead, pull this shit up because I need to be able to see what I'm doing. Also, I need to check Discord in case I got a Discord message. I don't know what that is. I'm like, I don't know what that is. Anyway, on the other side over here, like I said, there are going to be a bunch of farms. So these are in a very similar way. They're just built out in little plots. It's supposed to be like farms for plants, mobs, just kind of anything at this point. I just mean it's a place where you can like farm things. So at some point, those 2 cows are going to come over here and have their own plot, and we can make tons of cows. The only thing that I've farmed here is grass. Not grass. It looks like grass, kind of like tall grass. It's rice. You may be wondering, why the fuck did Frozen make a bunch of rice? That seems like really fucking useless. What is this? Ooh. OG. But yeah, as you can see, it's from the Doggy Talents mod. So you see that it's probably going to be important for the progression I want to do with my dogs. So I just built this up because you're going to need it for a very important thing in the mods. So first off, I needed to get a lot of rice. I've been building it up just like a little bit. Haven't been harvesting all that much, though rice grows really quick. And I think you can also eat rice. You can also eat rice, which would be a very basic form of food, but I don't know. I can eat it. I can eat a rice bowl. So I guess I could just grow copious amounts of rice and eat the fuck out of that, though. I don't even like rice in real life. I think it kind of tastes like ass. Kind of tastes like ass, though it is just like a grain, so it makes sense. What is koji? I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what a koji is. You can make bandages out of it. I don't really know. But yeah, this area is meant specifically just for making farms. This, like, whole road could go, like, really far depending on how many farms I need to make. And I could kind of just, like, build them vertically as well. Or whatever the fuck. I could build it up so that there's a ton more. So that's what's going on with farmland over there. Nothing really described with the housing, with the house area right now. The house, like I said, doesn't exist. Some point it will. Some point it will. But the final part of Skypiea that I've been working on, of course, has been my technology sector. So not much has really changed super technology-wise, but a lot of different things have been moved. So moved all of my storage shed over here. Look at how much fucking iron I have. I'll tell you how I got all that. But I moved all of my storage, all of my extra items. This is why I've been getting a lot of iron. I made like another 5, what's it called? Iron farms? And I've just kind of been AFKing for a while. So I've had the ability to get like a shit. And I do mean a shit. Very literal in that sense. Amount of goddamn iron. So I have a lot. I've been selling it to my weaponsmith and stuff like that every now and again just to get a little bit of money, But other than that, not much has been expanded here. I got like a villager for sharpness. I got a villager for mending. I made myself a toolsmith for like absolutely no reason. And at this point, I've just been growing villagers and, well, I've just been shoving them inside of iron farms because that's very, very lucrative. And I also decided to move over the smeltery. I had to, like, empty everything out of it, but at least the Tinker Smeltery is over here. So it just, the main island looks so much nicer without all of that shit that was on top of it being, you know, over here instead. So I feel like the island is looking a lot nicer, Either way, one thing I gotta do, I need to change into an alien. I gotta be an alien. The one that I've been working on the most is not Stinkfly. It is not Stinkfly. Have I ever read Stinkfly? Yes. Stinkfly's thing. A flying insect-like alien with powerful wings capable of shooting goo and emitting foul odor to repel enemies. Damn. I'm like, damn. I did not mean to be Stinkfly, but this does make flying around my base a lot easier, so at least I can go really far. Anyway, the thing I wanted to do with the rice. First off, if you look at rice, if you take patty rice, this is what you get from making rice, you can then make it into rice grains, which is what we're specifically looking for right here. Then it says right-click on farmland to, you know, plant rice. But if you sneak right-click on a grindstone, you can dehusk the rice. So what that means is you're, like, dehusking the rice. You're taking the shit off of it. So I need a grindstone, and this is the only grindstone I have. So I'll go ahead and use this real quick. I'll shove Weaponsmith back in there. Don't worry. Anyway, I just right-click this shit on it, and then I get a shit ton of, like, rice. Of course, I can eat the uncooked rice, but we're not here to eat it. We're here to do something with it. So chuck all this in here. I need to go ahead and dehusk it. The husk. I don't think I'm going to need much more rice than I have right now, but who knows. I just have a lot now. Like an infinite amount. Anyway, let me go ahead and place the grindstone back with my weaponsmith. What this rice gets used for? Well, you could eat it, but you could also use it with your dogs because it's from the Doggy Talents mod. So, if you use rice, you can go ahead and make uncooked rice in a bowl. That uncooked rice in a bowl can be made into a rice bowl. I think, well, the thing that you're trying to get to at the end is the treats, because if you remember, for Doggy Talents, you need the training treats. So you need rice bowl, bone sugar, and gunpowder, and you can make yourself the training treats. If you remember from the Doggy Talents mod that, like, I've been playing with on my One Piece series, because I always think you gotta watch these in chronological order, those are what, like, level up the dogs. It's what makes the dogs special. So we need to go ahead and make the dogs special. So grab gunpowder, grab string. I guess I'm going to need plants. Where are my plants? I have some sugarcane. I should definitely make a bigger sugarcane farm, but for now, I'm okay with what we got. So I need wood as well if I'm going to make a bunch of I need to make bowls, actually. I don't have a ton of wood. That's one thing I've really been shirking on. I have no wood. I've been using all my wood to build platforms. See, there you go. So now, use a shit ton of rice, and you can make a bunch of rice. And then, do you use the uncooked rice? No, you use the rice bowl. Yeah, there it is. So you have to cook it all. Let's see. I know I went out and collected a bunch of coal. The reason I actually went mining and then found a bunch of, like, diamonds and shit was because I was trying to find coal for my smelting shit. Like, I wasn't looking out to get diamonds. I just ended up getting them anyway. So, that's cool. I should place the rest of my rice and koji in here if I can. Of course, I'm going to have an excess. I wonder, I can compost them? Yes. I'm like, I guess that's an option. Let's see. Grab my rice bowls. So now, if I place my rice bowls in with gunpowder, string, bone, and sugar, I should have a bunch of training treats. It also gives me back the bowls. Very appreciative. Very appreciative. I guess that means that I can just keep on making more and more rice bowls. I need more. Cook me more, since this has got a lot of coal in it and should probably run. Anyway, if you remember correctly, I'm also going to need a stick. Do we have a stick somewhere? I do have a stick somewhere. I also have more wood. Good. Good. Anyway, now Stinkfly is going to fly over here. Damn. Even if I don't really like being Stinkfly, his model is amazing. So now I can go ahead. Oh, fuck. Well, who needs to walk through when you're just a giant flying stink bat? Anyway, what you do now is you right-click the dogs with the treat. What does it say? Haji Maste, buddy, train your first dog. Now I've turned this dog into a Doggy Talents dog. So he's got way more animations. So I'm gonna go ahead and transform this wolf into a dog. So now we got 2 Doggy Talents dogs. Aww. Oh god, this mod is amazing. Now let me go ahead and if you shift right click with your thing, you can go ahead and open up their inventory and see, like, all the shit about him. It looks a lot better than the older Doggy Talents mod, because the interface doesn't suck anymore. It actually looks nice. So if I look at it, I can see that its name is Dog. It's only 1 age old. It's female. I own it. No friendly fire, and its variant is pale. So let me check on my other dog. This dog is male, so thank God I have a male and female dog. But I think this one's probably going to be named Charlotte. So now I just got to figure out where the naming thing is. Where do I name my dog? Oh, here it is. So you are now... Can I put the entire thing? Charlotte from... Hit... No, I'm just going to call it Charlotte. But her full name is Charlotte from Hit Game. Will be Charlotte. So her name is now Charlotte. But her full name, her full legal name... is Charlotte from Hit Game, which is whatever the fuck I just said. So, very good. Now I can see what everybody's named. That's the only name that I had come in, and it was from a prior episode before I asked for names. So, if you guys still got names, we still got people who need them. We need a name for our Kitsune girl. We need a name for our Border Collie. We need a name for our sheep. We need a name for our ferret. We need a name for our borzoi. We need a name for our Copper Golem, which I actually saved his ass. You just need to... I was, like, wondering, he's so green and he won't move. What the fuck's wrong with him? Well, he's just like copper in regular Minecraft. You gotta de-wax him so that he gets his shine back. And we also need a name for the other dog that'll probably be mating with Charlotte at some point to make us a bunch of doggies. Either way, if you give them training treats now, they will now level up and get good shit out of that. So at this point, I'm just gonna be putting all my stocks into Charlotte. Charlotte deserves the stocks for now because she has a name. Either way, now if I right-click her, I can look at a bunch of different stuff. So, the menus have changed a lot. And here, this just edits their, like, I don't even know their, settings? I guess they have settings. You can force sit, cross, teleport, hide armor. I didn't even know they got armor, but there's a bunch of different stuff here. Doggy artifacts. I don't know how you get a doggy artifact. Let's see, you can change their emotional state, like wandering or docile right there. I can pet her. Aw, let me do face rub. Pet. I don't know if that did anything. Hopefully she liked that. Then over here, this is where you do the whole level up thing. And Versus the 1.16.5 version, this has so many more techniques. Like, look at all this shit. We can get stuff for, like, Bed Dog, Bed Finder, Black Belt, Canine, Creeper Sweeper, Doggy Armor, Doggy Dash, Doggy Tools, Doggy Torch, Fire Drill, Fisher Dog. I just can't do Flying Furball. This dog is not on Kami level. It's not a god yet. Charlotte is not a god, but she may become one. Gate Wolf, Guard Dog, Happy Easter, Hellhound, awesome. Hunter Dog, Mob Retriever, Ukamikaze, God of Wind? Some God of Wind, I think that means. Let's see, Pack Puppy. What is Pack Puppy? Ooh, so each level gives your dogs 3 inventory spaces on Puppy Pack GUI. So that's why it always talks about in my inventory, if I'm talking about dog inventories. Okay, I finally figured out how that worked. Pest Fighter, Pillow Paw, Poison Fang, Puppy Eyes, Quick Healer, Rescue Dog, Roaring Gale, Shepherd Dog, Shock Absorber, Sniffer Dog, Swimmer Dog, Water Holder, and Wolf Mount. Wolf Mount's the one that I love, just because it's so fucking stupid. So let's train Wolf Mount for now. It's just really fucking dumb. Let's see, what else should we train? I have no idea. What does Hellhound mean? Withstand Scorching Heat. Okay, dogs who have mastered this trait will be completely non-flammable and treat lava like water. They may not prefer to be bathed in it. They may even prefer to bathe in it. Okay. Your dog may have the ability to set things on fire. Jeez, I don't think that's a good idea, but it sounds awesome. Doggy Armor. Allows your dog to wear armor. Sure, why not? Open Dog's Armor. Ooh, Charlotte's Armor. Charlotte's got too much shit to her right now. Charlotte, you're too incredible. What is Doggy Tools? Damn, there is so much to the Doggy Talents mod that I don't know anything about, so it's gonna have to be something that I understand. Let's see. Where is Quick Healer? Improve the speed at which your dog heals without resting. Sure, I should probably improve that as well. Rescue Dog. When you or your other dogs are at critical health, a dog with this talent follows you. It will run to the target and attempt to heal the target with its hunger. Okay, damn. I don't know what kind of build to go with Charlotte. What is Doggy Dash? Increase movement speed. I guess I can like improve that one along with Wolf Mount, so I can ride on Charlotte and go really fast. Shock Absorber, Knockback Resistance, Pack Puppy. I don't know why I would want to give you that when I can already just have backpack space, but whatever. What else? Roaring Gale. Your inner roar. Jeez. Let's train up more doggy armor. There we go. We'll just, at this point, just put points into some stuff. And then let's put another one into Wolf Mount. And then another 2 into Quick Healer. So, the higher level up your dog will get, the more points you can put into stuff. So then if I go over here, I can see different things, like accessories. Like, I can take off this, what's it called? This, collar, and I can put on a new one. But the coolest thing, and I really do think it's the coolest thing of this entire mod, is that you can change what skin the dog's wearing. And this time, it's an actual GUI. So you can make the dog look like pretty much anything that's in the mod. So I want to figure out what Charlotte's going to look like. So, of course, if you don't know what this dog is, you don't play enough Capcom games. But this is, well, Okami. It's not its name. Amaterasu? I think that's the name of the dog, but it's the dog from Okami, which is a really well-known beat-em-up game about a dog goddess and all that stuff. But it looks like Amaterasu. Yeah, there it is. Amaterasu down there. Okami Amaterasu. So it can look like her. It can look like a Chu. A Chu? What? I have no idea. See, a Chi? Oh? These are some very fluffy dogs. Ray? I don't think these are types of dogs. I think these are names. Shin? Take? Ante? Let's see. Ume? Are these all from Okami? I don't know. Kaipoku? I've never played Okami, nor its pseudo-sequel for the DS. Kawakoetsu? Kemushiri? Damn, there's so many wolves. Shit, I can't even name them all. I just want to look through them all. This looks badass. Damn, I'm just gonna, like, skim through them really quickly. Oh, it's fucking Wolf Link. There's Arcanine. Oh, it's Ranga from fucking, from fucking Tensura. God damn, I want to go back and play Tensura at some point. I need to do that. It's a rock ruff, a fucking hound. I don't know this one because I haven't played Gen 8, but is it Gen 9? It's Gen 9. But it's the Tombstone Dog. Sheems? I love that meme. Grey Wolf, Classic 2, Legoshi, which I think is from Beastars, Jack, Juno, Saint Bernard, German Shepherd, Dachshund, Doberman, Pochita from Chainsaw Man, which I've never fucking watched, Pug, Poodle, Bichon, it's not Bichon Frise, it's Bichon Maltese, Mochi, Corgi, but these are the Corgis with the short tail. I actually really like Corgis with long tails. Damn, this is less becoming about Ben 10, more about just me customizing dogs. Corgi Raspberry Cake, no cream, a Borzoi, an actual Borzoi, Bulldog Spike from Tom and Jerry, French Bulldog, Bull Terriers, Chihuahuas, let's see, Miniature Pinscher, Boxer, Belgian Malinois, Hungarian Puli, I've never heard of that dog before, a Basset Hound, a Collie, like a regular Collie, Collie Rough, Border Collie, love Border Collies here, short-haired Border Collie, Morfolk Terrier, I don't even know, Australian Kelpie, let's see, Newfoundlands, not Newfoundlands, it's Newfoundlands, Rottweiler, Border Collie, Siberian Husky, a Fox, an Arctic Dog, Lucario from Pokemon, Akita Inu, Japanese Akita Inu, let's see, more Akita Inus, Akitas, American Akitas, though, Shiba Inu, Shikonu Inu, Inu just means dog, so if you're ever wondering Shiba Inu, it's like talking about a dog from a certain area of Japan. Kaikens, Kishu Inu, Pose Inu, German short-haired pointer, a wire-wired pointer, Samoyed, ooh, more Samoyeds, Death, like from fucking, what's it called? Puss in Boots, a raccoon, No Name 1, No Name 2, No Name 3, No Name 4, No Name, these are probably different ones. Ooh, like a Hellhound, Nah, Angry Wolf, the old classic dogs, an otter, Bolt from the hit movie Bolt, Amaterasu without any of her cool looks, ooh, a statue, Chi Amaterasu, ooh, bunch of different forms, Sparky, wait, is this the dog from Frankenweenie? Is this the fucking reference Sparky has been my entire life? I don't even know, man. You don't even understand if I don't talk about it. Scraps, which I don't know. Zero from Nightmare Before Christmas. Nelson, which I think is a meme dog. Long Borzoi. Beowulf. Jesus, that looks awesome. Ninetales, which is Keonin. Eevee, Flareon, Vaporeon, Jolteon, Espeon, Umbreon, Leafeon, Glaceon, Sylveon, Moonless, which is a fucking badass looking dog. Also, Jake from Adventure Time, Sniffa, Remy, Borzoi. Ooh, Afghan Hound. Ooh, I might have to go with Afghan Hound. I've always liked Afghan Hounds. Corgis. Is that a long-tail Corgi? Oh, I love long-tail Corgis. I don't like when they dock the tails. It's so mean. It's so mean in my book. Shibas. There's so many dogs. Shih Tzus. Oh, I love Shih Tzus. Fucking Chihuahuas. Basset Hounds. There's no Beagle. I didn't see a single Beagle. Well, now there's Beagles here. I always like Beagles. Bernese Mountain Dog. Dachshund. Jack Russell Terriers. King Charles Spaniards or whatever. I always forget their full name. Let's see. Karen Terrier. I've never heard of that one before. Western Highlander White Terrier. English Bulldog. Irish Terriers. The different looking Border Collies with all their extra mixes. Boxers, Bull Terriers, German Shepherds. Let's see. Australian Shepherds. Australian Shepherds are already cool. Rottweilers, Great Danes. It's fucking Scoob. You can make Scooby. More of them. More Great Danes. Dobermans. Let's see. Labradors. Golden retrievers. Don't worry, we're almost done with the whole me going through this shit. Golden retrievers. Dalmatians. I didn't see Dalmatians yet. St. Bernards. Pugs. Neapolitan Mastiff. Interesting. I've never heard of that one. I've heard of Mastiff, but not a Neapolitan Mastiff. Pomeranians. Poodles. Big poodles. No miniature poodles, though. Sad. Samoyeds. Standard Schnauzers. So many Schnauzers. Commodore. Never heard of that one. Husky. I always love Huskies. That's just a wolf dog in general. Cool looking wolves, though. Skeleton dog. Skeleton dog glow. Wither skeleton dog. Ooh, Cerberus. Fuck yeah. Damn. There are so many options. I think I'm going to have to go with Afghan Hound, though. Afghan Hound. Yep. I don't know why. I've always just liked Afghan Hounds. I like this gray one. Charlotte, that is you. Charlotte, welcome to the world, Charlotte. You now look really cool. And now you guys know why I want the better, the doggy talents mod in here. Because there's just so many different types of dogs I can look at. I can look at all the dogs. But yeah, that's Charlotte. Let's see. Is there anything else I can fuck with in here? Stats, skins, and then I can look at, like, their general, like, experience and stuff like that. So yeah. That's why I really like the Doggy Talents mod. It is, like, super fun to fuck with, and I haven't done enough fucking with it, so. Yeah. Very good, very good. I spent half this episode looking at dogs. I mean, who wouldn't? Who fucking wouldn't? Like, I tell you, like, wouldn't you want to stare at all of these really cool dog models for, like, hours? Because I haven't yet, and I wanted to, so therefore, I'm going to do it. Either way, I did want to do some other... I wanted to do something Ben 10 related this episode. I wasn't just going to look at dogs. And I just wasn't going to look at dogs, even though I could just build an entire series just around dogs. Just around wolves. That would be really fucking cool. That would be really fucking cool. There's no space in my inventory for fucking anything. Iron has encompassed everything I own. I own only iron. Let's see. I need to go ahead and place shit where it needs to go. Drops. Let me see. Bones. But yeah, probably off screen, I will definitely be, you know, making sure Charlotte is strong. If you guys have any names for my other dog, or my other better wolves, or my Doggy Talents mod wolf, then let me know. Because he probably needs a name as well. He requires one. I require that you give one to me. Let's see. It's kind of hard to remember where everything is right now. I have so much shit that I don't know where to put all of it. I'm like, fuck. Where to put what? I don't know. Just need to figure it all out. But for now, it's a little bit clear out of my inventory. Either way, one thing I did want to do is that the one alien I've been working with so much, Ghost Freak, has got a couple more levels. So how many points do we got? We got 2. We got 2, and we almost have enough to get another. So let's go ahead and level up Ghost Freak a little bit. Let's see. I'll put 4 into defense. And I can get a gassed for. I can gassed. I keep saying gassed. Gas form. Transform into a cloud of gas, allowing you to pass through obstacles and move faster. Sure. I almost have enough to do possession. Soon I will possess your fucking soul. In fact, we should probably go. I mean, we're really close to leveling up. It's not nighttime, though. I know one place where you'll always find mobs to fuck with. Though I don't know if we have any obsidian. Let's go check. We gotta go to the nether at some point. It's probably worth doing. I only have 7 obsidian, though. So, let me see. I need buckets. And then I just need to fly to a place that has a bit of lava. Let's see. I know you do. I know you can. Let's see. Go ahead and grab that shit. You may be wondering why I still got other different types of dogs, even though the Doggy Talents mod has all of those different kinds of dogs. I like dogs. I want more. So therefore, I'm going to grab a bunch anyway. Let's see. I just need all of the obsidian you can shove in my fucking ghost gullet. See, I kind of just need 2 more. In my One Piece series, I had an awful time trying to find another fortress. But if I can find another fortress early, then 1, the nether is going to be a great place to grind up levels because I don't need to worry about the fact that it's not nighttime and I can't go fight anything. I can just go to there and beat up anything I see there. And that would be a really great idea. I've also want to start working on does Ghost Freak's eye moves? Damn. Like I said, the modeler. My heart goes out to you. You've done an incredible job. You've done an incredible job. But yeah, let's see. If I need to go out and grind, I can just go to the nether and beat the shit out of anything there. I'm also breaking this up a little bit more because I probably need to get myself an enchanting table. I don't have one. I just got diamonds, so it makes sense that I don't even have an enchanting table yet. Break that shit up. 3. I need 4. Is there anything else I need obsidian for? I guess not right now. I've got so many different types of technology mods in here that at some point I'm probably going to be able to, like, mass produce obsidian, so I shouldn't worry about it too much. Also, there is a wandering trader. I don't think I can get anything good out of him. Though killing him won't give me any experience, so I'm not going to waste my time. Let's see. I'll probably want to build the nether portal over here. It's not going to be a permanent placement for it, but at least for now I can have, like, it can be close to the rest of my storage shit. I'm probably going to be over here most of the time I'm at base. Like, this is going to be, like, pretty much the workshop. Like, my plan is, at least with the house and the technology area, that I'm going to build, like, a big platform, and then for the factory, like, the point is I'm going to make a factory here with a bunch of different technology mods all feeding into it. For it, the plan is to, like, god damn. The plan is to, the plan is to build, like, an actual factory building. All right, there we go. Now we can go to the nether if I have the shit to do it. I do have flint, and, well, I've got a lot of steel. Well, I've got way too much steel. See, start that shit up. Let's go to the nether. I don't know what my nether spawn's gonna look like, so cross our fingers. I'm right next to a fortress. Though knowing my luck, I am not going to be. Ooh, where have I been taken to? Ooh. Ah, shit. Okay, good thing I can fly. Die. Good thing I can fly. He can fly, he can fly, he can talk. He can talk! I'm a flying, talking donkey. Let's see. So now I can just kind of, like, fuck over anything. Ooh, some good old crying obsidian. Let's see. Jesus, gas are not my friends here. They're like, I look exactly like you, but you're not trying to kill people. Therefore, you're not me. What is that? Ooh, it's a hellhound dog. Go away. I'm like, go away. Let's see. You goddamn wither skeletons. Let's see. I need your experience anyway, because I needed that. Let's see. Okay, I got a wither bone. I even got a gas tier. Those are supposed to be rare. I should probably turn invisible, though. Anyway, now I have that extra level. I can go ahead and try possession. Take control of a body. Oh, shit. I'm about to de-transform. I didn't have a ton of time to be me. But whatever. To be the real me, which is ghost me. So, not an awful spawn. I'm at least near, like, a bastion-like thing. And I'm at least in a somewhat safe position. So, another spawn. You could ask for worse. Though I have no idea where the fucking, fortress is going to be there. So, that's going to be something. That's going to be something. Anyway, what should we work on right now? I think what I should work on first is starting a little bit of the tech, because even though I don't have a lot here right now, I have way too much shit, in my opinion. Like, I don't have any kind of real organization. Like, I have it organized, but I have way too much stuff all over the place. So what I think I should do is probably start working on tech to start fixing that problem. So, if I want to get started first, if I want to have a really big place to put a bunch of shit, I need to get working with applied energistics. So, remember, I got all these plates from a fucking meteor. If I didn't show you guys, there's giant skystone meteors all over the place that you break into, and you steal all those inscribers from it. And that helps you make a fucking computer that can hold pretty much everything in the game in one block. So, it'd be a good idea to get started with that shit. So, in order to start with that, I need to look at crystals, which are these things, if you remember, these quartz blocks. Now, I have no idea what to do with them, but I guess there's a guide for them, so let's see. Yeah, I haven't used Applied Energistics' new version, and I've never used it before, so I have no idea about it, but I guess we'll learn about it. We'll learn about it. See, getting started. Okay, to get started with Applied Energistics, you gotta find a meteorite. Find a compass. It'll point you towards a mysterious cube. Once you find it, mine to the center, you'll find quartz clusters and buds and stuff. Mine the Certus quartz clusters, any Certus blocks you find. You can also pick up the budding ones, but without Silk Touch, they will degrade by 1 tier. Do not break any flawless budding Certus, as even with Silk Touch, they will degrade to flawed budding Certus. It is impossible to repair them back to flawless. Also, mine the mysterious cube. Okay. Growing Certus quartz. Certus quartz buds will sprout from budding Certus blocks, similar to amethyst. If you break a bud that is not finished growing, it will drop 1 Certus Dutch unchanged by fortune. If you break a fully grown cluster, it will drop 4. The fortune will increase this number. There are 4 different types. There's flawless, flawed, chipped, and damaged. Flawed, chipped, and damaged. So this is like the second highest form of growing this shit. I don't know where to put this. I guess right here for now. Grow. Are they going to be growing? I have no idea. I have no idea how this thing works for now. What do you even do with this? You can change it into Certus quartz. Okay. All right. Let me go back into this so I can figure out how to get started from there. So do I just let it go? Every time a bud grows by another stage, the budding block will have a chance to degrade by a tier, eventually turning into a plain Certus block. They can be repaired by throwing the budding water in with a bunch of charged shit. Okay. Flawless buds will not degrade and will generate infinitely. However, they cannot be crafted or moved by a pickaxe, even with Silk Touch. They can be moved by spatial storage, though. By themselves, Certus quartz buds grow very slowly. Luckily, the growth accelerator massively accelerates the process when placed adjacent to a budding block. You should build a few of these as your first priority. So I got to build the growth enhancer. Okay, so it just requires Fluix blocks, ME cable fucking quartz glass, and Fluix blocks. So I need to make the growth accelerator. Remember, those things are also important for making it in the old version. So growth accelerator. How do I make a Fluix block? I need Fluix crystals, which I then have to grow using charged Certus with redstone dust and nether quartz. So I need to figure out how to charge shit. So gotta make myself a charger, which is easy as balls. I just need copper and what is it called? This shit. I'll throw it in here so it makes like multiple, but it's gonna take a second to get that shit out. I guess I'm back to being me again. Back to being a meme. Let's see. Are there any other aliens that got levels that haven't been used? I think Diamond Head. Diamond Head got a level, and I need to use it on something. Let me see. I could get the ability to throw sharp diamond fragments, sure. I don't have anything else, but at least I can throw shit now. I think. I'm like, I think? How do I throw? Huh. Throw sharp diamond fragments. I just right-click. Damn! That is fucking badass looking and very loud. I hope I didn't break your guys' ears. Oh, there they go. They do bud. They do bud. Okay, so they just sit there and they grow. At least theoretically, I guess. I'll grow these as well and see if that'll even work. But that's cool. That's cool. Anyway, I gotta make a charger. I need, of course, my massive amount of fucking iron stocks. Then, it's enough to make a block of copper, so make me a block and I'll break that shit down. I'll make a charger. Because I hardly know her. And I really do hardly know her at this point. See, I hardly know this mod, because I've used it back in like 1.12 and 1.7.10, but I haven't used it in 1.20. So it's gonna be an interesting existence. Let's see, that then makes a charger. It's charging time. It's the charging targe from fucking TF2. But it needs energy. I don't even know how to do that. Like, I don't even know how to do that. Let me see. Fluix. You can make Fluix shit? I didn't even know. Okay, Fluix crystal. Submerge in water. So we gotta make a charged one. I think you can also make a hand crank. That might be what charges it without the power. So we just need fucking wood. Where is le wood? Right here. Damn. So much to get working on, and I've spent most of this episode messing with dogs. It was worth it. I liked looking at all the skins. I liked it. Anyway, wood crank. I don't know if does this, like... Okay, I think this might charge it in that way. So if I break down this, I've got a bunch of Certus quartz. And then I shove it in there, and then I crank it. I crank my hog, damn it. That's all I gotta do. So this should charge it, right? At least I think so. Oh. There it goes. One charge quartz. Shocking. Definitely, definitely. So that's how I make that. Then, if I want to make other shit, I need... What is it? I need redstone, which I have a little bit of, and then quartz, which is found in Le Nether. Le Nether! Hopefully I can find some. Let me see. There we go. Right out of nowhere. And I have Fortune 3 on this shit, so it should make it a little bit easier to find more quartz. It at least got me some. And there's a bunch of bone blocks here. Definitely, if I need to go train, I'm going to the Nether and beating the shit out of Wither skeletons. So, if I end up with a Wither skull, you'll know why, because I have to go there a lot. So I need water. Let's see. I also need fucking space in my inventory. I also need some goddamn space. Let's see. So, if I take... There's only one little water thing in my entire... Well, no, I've got the pond in the middle. I've got the pond. Okay, so if I take this, this, and this... Should all... There we go. It makes Fluix. Unnatural. So then I can use this to make, like, glass. So I just need to keep doing that and keep charging that shit up to make some good shit. So, yeah, that sounds like it's going to be a bit of a process. But I'm probably going to have to end this episode here, just due to the fact we've been going on for a long time. So, sorry about it being, like, relatively, like, not very eventful Ben 10-wise. Of course, I'm much more concerned with Charlotte and trying to make Charlotte really cool. So there's a lot of things I might have to do off screen. I don't know. I don't think I'll be recording another episode tonight, the night I'm recording this, because I do have work in the morning and all that stuff. But I think while off screen, I gotta work on a bunch of stuff. I gotta make more training treats. I gotta go ahead and work on applied energistics. I gotta grind up aliens. There's a lot of things to get done. But as always, as I asked you guys in the comments, if you want to name any of the members of our extended family here on Skypea, go ahead and tell me in the comments, tell me in Discord. Just let me know in general. I love it when you guys have input in this series. Like our Borzoi needs a name, our Shiba needs a name, our Border Collie needs a name, our other dog needs a name, our Golem needs a name, our waifu needs a name. Hell, we didn't even make any other waifus. There's a bunch of shit we gotta do. But yeah, go ahead and send them in the comments, and I'll put your names in the names. And before I end this episode, I want to thank all of my YouTube members, including the True Epsilons, Shiolia Leo, the Disciples of Epsilon, Dominic Jones, Darcy Lanfranco, Cloud Eon Void Dark, Shell and Hummus, Crimson's Alt, Kokiri, and Yuki, the Epsilon Sage Phoenix. Without you guys, this channel wouldn't stay afloat. So, thanks for all the support, and I'll see you guys next time.